everyone, it's Nancy at the Early On Center in Blind River. I'd like to welcome you to the final week of the virtual teddy bear picnic. Today I'm going to talk to you about making fruit kebabs and how to do it safely and easily. Now that it's summer, it's really hot out and we've got to make sure our food is kept cool so it doesn't make us sick. The fruit I'm going to be using today are cantaloupe, bananas, blackberries, strawberries, you can guess along at home, a little orange, and some green grapes. I want to talk to you just a little bit about the skewers that you could use. We have the long, thin ones here. They've got a real sharp point on the end. Usually they're used for food on the barbecue. So I'm not going to use those. I think they're a little bit too dangerous for little kids. We've got wooden ones here, which again have a little bit of a point on the end. You need that for the food to go in and slide on. And then the ones I really like are these ones that I was able to find at the dollar store, and they've got a nice substantial handle for the kids to hold on to and enough of a point that they can still slide the fruit on. So the first thing we need to think about is washing our fruit. Okay, I've got our cantaloupe washed and on the cutting board all ready to go. So now I've got some of the softer fruit. I'm just going to run cool water and I'm going to use my hand to scrub the outside, and then I'm going to take off the leaves of the strawberry. So I'll be right back. Hello again. I have all my fruit cleaned up and I'm going to cut into my cantaloupe. Now again, this is, you have to use a big knife for this, so please, mom or dad or your caregiver, they should be the ones to cut the cantaloupe, okay? You hold it secure in one hand, cut it in half, put the big knife away. Can you see the seeds inside that cantaloupe? You can actually take those, dry them, and plant them, and you might end up with cantaloupes in your garden next year. So I just use a tablespoon measure, I think is what I've got, to scoop the seeds out. Now, if you would like to use, that's just a teaspoon measure for when you're baking, to scoop out balls of cantaloupe. That's a really easy way to get some cantaloupe to put on your skewers. So for littlest kids, I would suggest that's the way to go. The other thing you could do is keep cutting it in pieces, and then you could take it off the rind. You don't want to eat the outside of the cantaloupe or the green part. A simple plastic knife is safe for kids to use. I'm going to move this bowl so you can see. So let's try the plastic knife. You could turn it on its edge like that, and then your child can simply push down. Remind them they can have their finger right on the edge of the knife and cut down. Now that might be too big, so they could cut it in half again. Cut it in half. So why don't we try putting one piece on, and we'll slide it down just so it kind of sits in the glove there. I have grapes, and you just push it in the hole of the grape. And again, if kids want to try and do a pattern, the sticks are kind of short, but they could try a pattern. Here's a blackberry. It might be a little bit harder to get on, but this is great fine motor skills for your child. Okay, so then if you want to do strawberry again to make that pattern, and there's your first fruit kebab all ready to go to the beach. Now, if you want to put them in the fridge to keep them for a little while, you'll want to put them on a cookie sheet with some paper towel, and that'll keep them flat, and put some paper towel over top. If you're going to use the banana or apples, any fruit that changes color when the air hits it, try and use a little bit of lemon juice, and that'll help it to not turn brown. there you have it. If you're going to be putting these in your picnic lunch, it's a good idea to put them in a Tupperware container of some kind, have an ice pack in your cooler, and then you can lay these on top and they will be just fine until the kids are ready for their snack. I hope that was helpful and that you guys are going to think about doing that. When fruit's in season, it's quite reasonable, and it's a great way to use fruit. And then if you've got extra fruit left over, how about a fruit salad? Kids love fruit salad. Take care, everybody. Check out our Facebook page and join us for some of our activities. We'll be open soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.